Alright guys, welcome back to the Combustion Gamer YouTube channel and NASCAR Heat 5. The Florida Racing Xfinity car, Ford Mustang number 35, is sitting waiting to hit the track. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Alrighty guys, if you haven't already hit the like and subscribe button, please do so. And if you want to support the channel, you can do so by checking out the links below. Thanks. Alrighty guys, so we've got two failed inspections that have led to two guys going to the back, and we have Daniel Hemrick up in the front of the pack here. That is pretty crazy, honestly. So we're going to see how he does. Alright, we got our Xfinity car ready to go, and let's go racing here in Iowa. So I had a pretty interesting truck race in the last video. Bit of an upset due mostly just to strategy and not enough time to get back up to the front, but still, the guy that spun in front of us, we actually T-boned, ended up winning the race. So I mean, anything is possible at these tracks. So these guys, we have Colby Howard doing Colby Howard things. Maybe he can be a meme, I don't know, but he seems to do this quite often. Alrighty, so now that we're past Colby Howard, as we're coming back to the green, maybe we can get back onto the right track and get some racing done here. So as I said in the last video that we did, still feeling a little bit on the crummy side, just a little bit from the prior week's disease and illness and all that wonderful stuff, but 93 car and Colby Howard. Maybe we'll get away from these two guys, maybe not, but anyways, so voice sounds a little bit different, sound congested. That's the reason why. So hopefully by next week we will have gotten that cleared out and taken care of. But anyways, hopefully you guys having a good day, and see what we got going on in future videos, but should hopefully be staying on schedule with everything is the current plan. As we bump into the 13, come on sir, you gotta straighten back up. So this has been a very slow start to the race, honestly. I was actually expecting a little bit more out of this car, and we ain't going anywhere. Mostly thanks to Colby Howard's efforts, but still, it'd be nice to actually move up just a hair. Colby is a little bit, oh good night, 13 car. I don't know what these guys are trying to do, but other than, I don't know, maybe they have like an insurance racket on their cars. I honestly don't know, but they apparently seem to be very intent on getting those cars crushed. I'm not totally sure what's going on there. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of speculation that we can put into it and wonder about, but honestly, it's like, I have no idea what those guys are doing. Alrighty, so we're coming to, we had a 14-lap stage. Part of that was cut short thanks to Colby Howard and minions. And we're getting up here, who are you? Cesar Basalela, owner of Alpha Prime there, getting past him. We got Noah Gregson making his way up to the front here slowly with us, along with Joe Nemechek. Hello, sir. It's got Brandon Brown up. As far as I know, he doesn't have a ride this year. From what I remember, he might have something, but I don't think Brandon Brown's going to be racing this coming Xfinity year unless something drops suddenly. So that's kind of a bummer for him. So we're 23rd, which is definitely not bad, but I definitely would have been a lot happier. As we have a car smoking up front there. Almost looks like Colby Howard again. In fact, I'm almost certain that it is Colby Howard. No, it might be just an outlier. I don't know who that was. Somebody slow on track, that's a ding-dong. and who was that? Jeff Green trying to send us into the wall. Another one of the Gilpy Howard minions. Although he's been running pretty good up here, so he's not doing as terrible as Colby, but still a little bit annoying. Slowly kind of making my way up here with Noah Gregson in tow, and or maybe I'm in his tow, I'm not sure which way it is. Currently I'm in his tow. Jace Briscoe is just demolishing the field right now, as there is nobody up there whatsoever to challenge the winning of this stage, and there he goes. He has won it by a lot. I mean, that 98 car is just, that thing is really fast. There we go, 19th. It's not too bad, but we've got to work something out because we need to... Oh no, Jeff Green was in ahead of me, so who was the 4? Jesse Little. Okay, good night. I thought for sure that's who it was. Okay, there we go. You got to pay attention to what you're reading. That's for sure. Alright, we're going to try and loosen this car up, take a little bit of wedge out, see what that does, because I'm not really handling the way I want to. Of course, the temperature is going to change here in this stage, so we're going to see how that switches up stuff, but we're starting 16th, so good job by the team getting us some positions. Got 12 laps in this stage, so we shouldn't have any pit stop issues whatsoever. We got 17 laps in total of fuel, so that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out for the final stage. Okay, car feels a little bit... it's still not really wanting to turn. That's interesting, so I'm going to have to see what we can do to get it to want to actually participate in the process of turning, as it is very hard to get this thing to run my preferred lane right now. That is not helpful. We got Chase Briscoe up there. He's got partner in crime Austin Cindric up there. Those guys always an amazing duo. Almost always 1-2, which is always fascinating to watch. I think we got the 44 is who I believe is currently trying to break that party up. Got the 01 up, the one of Annette up there as well, and also of course Ross Chastain running in the 4th position. So he's having a pretty good day. He's actually in the front compared to last week, where I had not last week, but last race, I had no idea where he was. I did not see him that entire race. So that was pretty weird. So back to being a Ross Chastain at Iowa, actually doing pretty decent. So good job for him. Alright, we are still really not making much headway here. We've got a lot of wear going on our car in the right front there, getting a lot of wear there. So I'm not totally sure how we're going to try and fix that. He almost came up and clipped Haley there. We actually got the Whataburger car up here doing decent. David Starr. Always nice to see that Whataburger car up in the front. Has some really good food. Gotta travel a ways down here in Florida to be able to get to it, but when you find one though, it is definitely worth stopping in and trying. I still wish there was a Buc-ee's car. That's something that I think would be really awesome to see Buc-ee's. Which is interesting because, I mean, you had Eric Jones kind of having a bunch of different little pop-ups and stuff with like Buc-ee's, but that never seemed to materialize into an actual sponsorship on the car, so that was kind of a bummer. I would have really liked to see a Buc-ee's Richard Petty Motorsports car myself. By the way, it's extremely sad that the Richard Petty name has been removed from the team. I'm definitely not a fan of it. Also, just it's a stupid name, honestly. I mean, Legacy Auto Club. I don't remember which version of that word is where, but still, that's the weirdest name for a NASCAR team that I've ever heard of. compared to trackhouse racing. I mean, there needs to be some sort of racing or motorsport mentioned somewhere in the name, in my opinion. But just the fact that you took Richard Petty's name out of it, that really just doesn't really make me very happy. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and pit here. Did that finish that stage? I was on my rant about Richard Petty's name being taken out of NASCAR, basically, on the 75th anniversary, which is annoying. And we are in the next stage. Okay, so there we go. So we have 4 brand new tires. We are getting absolutely obliterated on speed by these guys. Which, I mean, we have a 90-90 car, so I mean, that's a pretty good car, but still, we're just getting kind of annihilated here, unfortunately. Yeah, oh, good. Okay, ooh, that was bad, because it's like I knew. I had seen Ryan Sieg out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, I'm going to smash into him coming up on the wall. Luckily, he fell back, or else that would have been really bad. Ugh. A little bit into the wall there, not too bad. We've got Anthony Alfredo in front of us there, which that was interesting. Anthony Alfredo's move. I have no idea what's going on with our motorsports. But, I mean, Anthony Alfredo seemed like they were all good. In my opinion, with our motorsports, seemed like everything was going pretty good there, but I was like, I haven't heard anything from about if our motorsports is still going on or not. But I mean, nice to see Alfredo get a job at BJ Motorsport there, but still, I was like, huh? I don't know if that transpired, but that was weird. And then, kind of cool seeing Jordan Anderson be able to field a second car. That's going to be interesting to see how that goes. I'm not sure what his Truck Series schedule and stuff is going to be like. Kind of like to see that because he hasn't really been full time with the Truck Series. Just having somebody racing the truck full time in a while, and I kind of missed that. So you just see what he ends up doing there. So we're 12th. A little bit of NASCAR news talked about there, but we're 12th. We got Anthony Alfredo to outside, trying to get past him for the 11th spot. The car is just, I don't know, they're just slow and not liking these turns, that's for sure. So we got upgrades that we can do. Just affording them is what's going to be tricky. It's like, and on these Xfinity cars, you really almost want to really just focus on the handling and save the speed for a little bit later, just because these cars don't handle quite as well as the trucks or the Cup Series. As we're taking Alfredo out. Sorry, Alfredo. Did not mean to do that, but you were kind of slowing things down, so I'm going to get past you anyways. We got Timmy Hill. Timmy Hill is leading the race. How in the world did he get past the duo of Cindric and Briscoe? That's what I want to know right now. I mean, I can't really get into the top 10 here, but I still want to know if he's running. And he almost got sent by Allgaier there. Gets himself spun around. Alright, so Briscoe is taking back that lead. We've fallen back to about 13th, so I mean, it's not terrible, but definitely want to be farther up if we can help it. Also, I'm not paying attention to the fuel, so let's see what we got running the lap-wise here. Coming across the line, double check what we got. We got 24 laps remaining, 8 laps of fuel. That's going to be kind of tight on the fuel window. Seems like we should end up with about 16 laps, I'd say, barring a caution. So that might put us... well, we might be safe. It's going to be kind of tricky. We're going to keep watching that. So let's see, 7 laps, 23 laps. Yeah, so about 16 laps remaining when we pit. Approximately. We should have 17 laps of fuel in the tank when we fill up all the way. So I mean, we should be able to make it all the way on fuel. The tires, though, that's what I'm kind of watching, because depending on what the tires do here, we might need to pit earlier just to get that fixed. And as I said, we gotta watch out for the road caution here as well. I think who we got here, Williams. Yep, Josh Williams behind us. 92 car going on by. Sleep well. Sometimes you have to wonder how many of these businesses are still in business. Oh, whoa, 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 shit. Oh, oh! Oh, boy, I did not see that at all. No caution for that either. But I just suddenly saw Josh Williams check up there. And, I did not see Chastain at all. They're still trying to sort it out up here as we're coming back into turn 1. They're slow getting back up to speed on backstretch now, but they were getting that sorted out. Ross Chastain, some sort of failure, ends up hitting the wall, and that causes Josh Williams to check up. I start checking up because I missed it. I think I rear-ended Josh Williams there some as well, so he goes around, collects Chastain by hitting him in the rear, and then Ross Chastain comes up and hits us up against the wall there just a bit. I don't think we had much damage from that, but that was a crazy spiral of events there that I don't think I've really had that experience before. Josh Williams looks like he's coming back on track, so not terminal damage, so that's a great thing for him. We got Timmy Hill coming in the pit right now. We're going to come in the pit too, just because. And we're going to spin out while we're trying to do it. So we're going to have about 18 laps of fuel. We got to fix the damage. Got to make sure that's where it needs to be. Yeah, we're gonna go 2 cans of fuel, make sure we have the fuel that we need. Pitted a little bit early, but the tires were starting to wear out, and also wanted to get on the pit lane before everybody else dashes onto it. So we'll just see if this strategy does anything for us. Probably won't. We got a 14-second stop. It looks like. See what the team does here. But we also have the damage to fix too, so that's going to cause things to be a little bit slower. Great job by the team. We're going to get out right behind our guy there. And I'm not sure where we cycled there. We got a few guys still on track, so we'll see how we cycle out in the end. Yeah, car still doesn't really want to turn very well. So as we come to the line here, we got Timmy Hill back in the lead once again. 16 laps of fuel remaining, so we should be perfectly fine with the end of the race. 13th, so we cycled right about where we were. I don't think we're really going to improve our position any, unfortunately, unless we get a caution. There's a few guys going to pit road still. That's going to gain us 12th there. So we kind of just need a caution, really, just be able to get back into a good mix, because we're just kind of out here by ourselves. We got that group out in front of us, but this car's not, more than likely not going to chase him down. 12th, a really good finish position, that's for sure. But definitely would like some points as well to help get us up there with the playoff stuff, because we are really lacking behind on that. We've got 2 spots that are kind of falling towards us here. Kind of cycle this through. Daniel Hemrick and Harrison Burton. Actually, those guys in front of me actually might be lapped, because they don't look like that's Daniel Hemrick or the other guy. They're totally different. Yeah, they're a lot farther ahead than those 2 guys are. So interesting. So yeah, we're probably not going to get, we're not going to get any farther than this, more than likely. I mean, it's a long race, but I don't think we're getting any farther than this. Anthony Alfredo up here, and I think it's Chad Fickham in 13. And I would be correct. Pretty good. And we are wearing these tires out pretty good already. Ooh, we got something up here on the top. That looks like we have Justin Allgaier. Yep, he's having trouble. And he is out of the race because they already gave us the position, so he is out. That gives us one position. That's a huge help. So just now got DNF, so some sort of mechanical failure there. That boosts us up to 11th. And we are nowhere near anybody to really capitalize on that. Double check here in a second. Yeah, we need Daniel Hemrick or Harrison Burton, and none of those guys are actually in sight. Got some guys pitting again, so that could switch up the strategy there. Yeah, they're pulling away from us as well, so yeah, those guys are not going to be coming back to us unless there's a caution. So while we haven't really gained any speed, the car has seemed to have kind of gotten a little bit better. It's not fast, that's for sure, but it seems like it is handling the turns just a wee bit better than it was earlier. So we did improve that, but still just not enough to really get us speed to pick up any real time or position. So it's one of those things, just keep on plugging away with the team and hopefully keeping the sponsors happy and stuff. That's which is another thing, is that for next year we would like to have a little bit higher of a finishing position overall. Be able to attract a sponsor. Maybe we can run some extra races and stuff with me running a few here and there and another driver filling in. But currently, that's not looking like that's going to happen. We'll have some schedule, but it won't be much of a schedule in the Xfinity Series next season, more than likely. Just haven't had that much dividends going on with the Xfinity Series like we have with Truck, and we already got a good partnership with Roush to be able to get into the Cup Series, so we really kind of focus on those two for the moment and let the Xfinity kind of just do its own thing for a bit. That's all in the next season. But still, just one of those things you gotta keep an eyeball on, and when things change, other things change. There's always a reaction, so we gotta keep an eyeball on everything that's going on as we are coming into 4 laps to go. Timmy Hill is running us down, which honestly is astounding. I don't think no, I have been lapped on this track before. I was about to say I hadn't, but no, I've been lapped by the AI before, so that's interesting. But I don't think I've ever been lapped by Timmy Hill. Not as the race leader, anyways. Timmy Hill has never lapped me as the race leader, so that could be a new experience that we're about to have here in a bit. As he's trying to get past the gaggle of cars behind me. And the race has finished under caution. Again. Basically. Good, now that is... We've had lots of problems on this track, so we gotta drive it back around. But alright, so we don't even really get to see if Timmy Hill would have finished us off, so that's kind of a bummer. But, wow. That was an interesting race. That was a wacky race. Still got 11th, which was definitely a better result than I was expecting, so ended up pretty good. I was hoping the car was going to be faster, but still, 11th, that works for me, so we will take it and run it to the bank. Alright guys, so Timmy Hill there, able to get the win. Austin Cindric, Chase Briscoe, Noah Gregson, Michael Annette, Ray Black Jr., Jeremy Clements, Justin Haley, Harrison Burton, and also Daniel Hemrick. All your top 10 there at Iowa. We're able to get 11th with Brandon Jones, David Stahl, Riley Herbst, Ryan Sieg rounding out the top 15. We also had Joe Nemechek, CJ McLaughlin, and Brandon Brown rounding out the top 20 there as well. So that was an interesting race once again. I don't know what it was, but these races definitely seem to be very odd. So there we go. Now we're in about the same boat as Timmy Hill. He actually has 2 points over us, so we've got to really work to beat him, at least just on how far down we are. So that's going to be interesting to see how that all transpires for the playoffs with him being down here with us. Does he get in or does he not? That's going to be rather interesting. But we got Michael Annette up there with 2 wins. Chase Briscoe is second in the standings with no wins. Austin Cindric, Brandon Jones, Harrison Burton, Justin Allgaier. Justin Allgaier's up there. He doesn't even have any wins, and he's in 6th. Noah Gregson, Daniel Hemrick, Jeremy Clements there from 7th to 9th. Getting Anthony Alfredo in top 10, so I mean, he's doing pretty good. But yeah, this is going to be one. And Ross Chastain, I mean, I thought he was doing pretty good, but I mean, he doesn't even have a win, so that's pretty weird there as well. So yeah, I mean, this has been a weird season just points wise, and I don't remember what race we're on, but still, that was just weird. So okay, so there we go. So we are at race 15 after race 14 there at Iowa, and so going to the playoff standings here, that is where we are. That's who's locked in to the playoffs. As you might notice, Timmy Hill and I are not amongst those. We have Alex DeBay, Anthony Alfredo, Justin Allgaier, Chase Briscoe. Those guys are currently locked in. We got Ryan Sieg, Jeremy Clements, Daniel Hemrick, Noah Gregson, Harrison Burton, Brandon Jones, Austin Cindric, and Michael Annette, and they're locked in on wins. So looking over in the needs wins category, Timmy Hill and I are both a part of that list. So that's a pretty crazy event there that's going on. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. But anyways, guys, so what we're going to be looking at for the next 3 races is we are here at Chicagoland. So we brought back Chicagoland Speedway. We got 3 races in a row, so that's going to be kind of interesting. A 3 race at Chicagoland, both Cup Series, Xfinity, and also Truck Series. So that's going to be fun to race, and I wish this track would come back, honestly. I think it looked pretty cool. So, but anyways, guys, we got the track. We're going to be racing at it in the next 3 videos of the NASCAR side of things anyways. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and hopefully next time you hear my voice, it will not be so congested. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time in NASCAR Heat 5 and the Florida Racing Team. Bye-bye.